Hello everyone, my name is Claudia Torres and today I'd like to speak about English exams, specifically about MET. My tutor is Juana Valentina Rosso and my name is Claudia Torres Gonzalez. I'm a student at UNAT. Okay, so MET. So what is the purpose of this exam? The MET is used for educational and occupational purposes. So that means that it's for students and for people who want to work. So I would say that, for example, if you want to apply for a scholarship at maybe in a country from abroad, yeah, you can take this test to certify your proficiency in English. And also, if a specific employer requires you to take this test, so you should also take it. For example, for flight attendants, or maybe for servers, or maybe for receptionists. I would say so. So what kind of people can take this exam? So as I told you before, and this exam is intended for students. They could be secondary level of education. Also, it's frequently for applicants for English immersion schools. Especially in Colombia, we have lots of bilingual schools, and also for job purposes. Because sometimes it requires working knowledge of the English language. So what is the main goal of the exam? So I would say that the main goal is certify general English proficiency in social, educational, and workplace contexts. So what are the most significant characteristics of the exam? So, well, MET, it has different formats. So MET it has a listening, reading, and grammar part, and it's a paper and pencil test. So you may need to write your answers, and contained. And this test contains 100 multiple choice questions in two sections. The first section is a listening with 50 questions, and the second section it has the reading and grammar. So they are up to 20 questions. 30 questions for reading, and the vocabulary is assessed throughout the test. Also, the speaking for MET, it's a little bit different because it's not paper-based, but you may need to have an interview with an examiner. So you have to talk about different questions. You also have to give your opinion. You have to describe pictures, so on. So what skills are evaluated through the exam, and how are they evaluated? So this test, it assesses listening, speaking, reading, grammar, and writing skills, and they are evaluated using the Common European Framework of Reference from A2 to C1, and they put a lot of emphasis on B1 and B2. What is the scale used to get the results? Okay, so the test report includes the information about the examiner, about the test taker, and also the questions are assessed in a scale from 1 to 80, from 0 to 80. The MET, the MET, as I told you before, it takes into account the Common European Framework of Reference, and they assess from A2 to C1, but they they make a lot of emphasis on B1 and B2. So would you take the exam in the future, and why? I would really like to take this test because just in case that I want to apply for a scholarship at an university in a different country from Colombia, especially an English-speaking country. So I would say that it's a good opportunity, and also as a teacher, if my employer asks me to take this test, I would also take it. And I really like this test because it assesses all the communication skills, but also grammar, which other tests doesn't take into account. And also because this test is delivered in English from the United States. It's American English, so it's more familiar for me. I mean the accent, some expressions and words, so it would be easier to understand for me. So here are some references, and thanks for watching.